Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to La Muchacha Morena, my channel. Basically, this one is in response to an interview that Trump had but it's on YouTube. Anyway, I'm here in Mexico. I live here. I'm here on my own will because I wanted to live in another country, because I wanted to travel, because I wanted to see the world. So far, I love it here. I don't have any problem. You may want to come join me. I love this place. And I don't love what Trump is trying to do to people here or there in the Estados Unidos. I left the United States before Trump became president, before all of that. I basically saw the United States going to hell in a handbag as soon as I realized a racist was allowed to run for president. Because basically it's like he's targeting the Mexicans. What I really would love for him to know is that not all Mexicans are criminals, rapists, robbers.
In my opinion, anybody who could hate any race of people or any type of people, any person that doesn't look like them, they don't just hate that one race. They're going to hate that one race today. And when they're done exiling that one race, it's going to be you next.
But not just for who he keeps trying to make the people in the United States believe that it's going to be expensive for. He wants you to think that it's going to be expensive for Mexico, because he's going to make Mexico pay for that wall.
Get them to pay. Like, say you go to the supermarket and you see this new tax on your receipt that you haven't noticed before. You go get your gas and you see this new tax. You know, you go to the restaurant, you go anywhere to purchase anything, and you see this new tax on your receipt that you hadn't noticed before. That could be Trump's little way of getting Mexico to for real pay for this war. By taxing for things that you normally would not have a tax on.
The United States will suffer as well. We're going to have to basically hire all of these new federal employees who are going to have to work for a wage to help find the illegal immigrants.
By the way, those federal employees are not going to work for the same wages that you're probably getting your Mexicans at Trump Tower to work for. I don't know. What you gonna do? Round up a whole bunch of Mexicans and have them look for the other Mexicans? How you gonna do this? Too, because that money is gonna have to come from somewhere. What money? The money that he's gonna have to allocate from here and there and here and there to pay for all of these federal employees that he's gonna have to hire to do this whole search and seizure thing of all the illegal immigrants in the United States.
And who's going to pay for that? You. You're going to see a new tax too. Watch.
By the way, when Mexicans are in the United States and they are illegal, they don't have papers, most of the time, they're not waving their hands saying, hey, by the way, I'm illegal, I don't have papers, hey, me. No. They're the ones working hard, coming home, minding their business.
The correct papers and they don't, have documentation. Doesn't mean that these are bad people. Some of these people have traveled from Nicaragua, from Honduras, from many places. They just wanted to be able to live this American dream a little more to my second point of how expensive it is and how it's going to cost both countries. Understand this. The United States wins every time a person goes to their bank or to the little shop on the corner or wherever and send money home to their families in Mexico. United States wins because they get interest off that. And not only interest, there's fees. So we're talking about especially the fees. I don't know about the interest as much, but especially the fees. We're talking about $10, $15, $20, $25 or more. That's just what I know of. So you're going to stop that money. First of all, you're going to stop that flow of money coming into the United States. So while you're trying to make one country poorer, what are you going to do to the United States while you're trying to make them the best and the most glamorous with only people who look a certain way and are of what they think is their own culture? What do you think is going to happen? There's this saying about cutting off your nose to smite your face. That's exactly what Donald Trump is going to do with this whole building a wall. Not only are millions of dollars coming into the country.
What about all the products that are made in Mexico? For some reason, everybody has it all twisted in their head like, oh, God, well, everything's made in China anyway. We get everything from China. No need to worry about it. No, you do not.
There's so many of the clothes you wear on your back right now. The blankets on your bed. There's so many fabric materials in your home, curtains, whatever, anything that is made in Mexico. That's one. Two, those jeans on your butt right now were most likely made in Mexico. Bet you didn't know it. Bet you didn't know it. That car you drive right now, if you drive a Ford, a Nissan, Acura even, Chevrolet. Oh, and these are things that we think are made right in America. No, they're not. I know they're not because of the factories that are right here in the town I live in, okay? They fooled you, didn't they? They got you. So, what's going to happen with the economy? Okay, so how didn't you know that a lot of those cars were made here? You thought a lot of those cars were made in China or were made in the United States, right? How didn't you know that they were made in Mexico? I'm going to tell you how you didn't know. Because they make the cars, they send them to the United States, and then they're branded in the United States. I'm going to do another video where I show you cars and factories here that are the same cars that are in Estados Unidos, but by a different name, a different model. They have a different name on them, okay? It's still a Nissan, but it might be a Nissan March instead of, and we never heard of that in the United States, right? Instead of your Nissan Sentra or whatever. How did you not know that those jeans that are made for you and they fit you so well, and you go to this special store and you pay hundreds of dollars for those jeans because they're supposed to last so long and they're supposed to have the exact tailored fit to you almost? How did you not know that they were not made in the United States? You know, they have a label that says made in the United States, right? Oh, they tricked you. They tricked you. There are factories right here that are making Guess jeans, that are making Levi's, that are making these jeans for you. They leave one thing off, the label. And the thing that says made in where? Okay? These products get imported or exported. I forget. I'm here and there. Sorry. They get exported to the United States.
Yeah, there are factories. 4 factories in America. In the United States, I should say. There are 4 factories there too. But they're also here. And you work at a Ford factory. And you thought that all the 4 factories were in the United States, didn't you? Say you did. I know you did. I know you did. I know you did. They had you food. They had me food. I had to come down here and see things for myself and understand. Are you kidding? Is that what's really going on?
You're there in the United States and he's saying no to increasing the minimum wage. That's funny. Because a lot of the people that's making those minimum wages are Mexicans. Now, what's going to happen when you get rid of all those Mexicans making that minimum wage, but they're willing to make that low income? And they still find a way to provide for their kids in their house, their household with that little bit of money. Because they figured out a way to share households or whatever they needed to do to make it work. Never mind that. When you get rid of them, who's going to work those positions? Who's going to work those positions? Not the people I know. You know why? Because education is important. Education is important everywhere. So when you're working those jobs making $7.50 and all that, you're 16 and 17 and getting ready to go to college. You may have even started college and that may be your little part-time or whatever. But who are you going to get to really intensively labor in those types positions where you don't want to increase the minimum wage? You know why? Because Trump has never had to struggle. Why would you people elect a person who doesn't know a struggle? He knows how to be fraudulent. He knows how to use the rules against the rules. He knows how to use loopholes. But he doesn't know how to struggle. He doesn't know what it's like to struggle. He doesn't know what it's like to try to figure out how you're going to feed your family. He doesn't know what it's like to go from check to check. You was mad at Obama. You was mad at him. But Obama knew the struggle. Obama knew the struggle. He grew up in the struggle with a single mom and all that. Come on, stop playing. And now you want someone who says America needs someone who knows about money. America needs someone who knows money. He wanted, and this is what he said in the interview, he wants them to go out and come back in through the legal process. Stop it. Stop playing, Trump. Stop playing. I'm down here. I know people who have tremendously tried. And when I say tremendously, I mean like let me back up and say they're good Mexicans. They're not committing crimes. They're not killing people. They're not running nobody over. They're not chobos, whatever. They're not doing any bad things. Okay? But I know one person personally. One that I'm going to mention. There are so many more who I could walk down my street and interview who could tell you how hard it is to get that visa. Okay? This one person is a teacher here. Okay? She tried the whole work visa. No. She tried the student visa. No. She has education. She tried just the visitor visa because she has family there too, right? No. ¿En por qué? Yo no sé. No. You don't even have to have a good reason. You don't have to have any reason to get rejected.
Trump knows how hard it is for, especially Mexico, to give those visas and for those people to come over there. Don't you think they'd all be there the legal way if they could just go up to the office, fill out some papers, and get the visa. Come on now. Wouldn't they? Wouldn't you? And not to mention, every time you try, it costs money.
Sure. To somebody, it sounds good. But I'm saying he knows that they will likely not be able to come back, even if they're good Mexicans.
So, if you want to talk to me further about moving to Mexico, let's get it. I'll talk to you. I'm going to see you later. I'm sorry this was long, but I've been feeling some kind of way. Like, I've been ready to pull my hair out. Like, are you serious? This is happening in the world. This is happening. Anyway, should you want to see more videos later, let me know. Comment, subscribe, like, share my videos, because as you see, my channel is relatively new. I need more subscribers. Talking about relevant things that are happening here in Mexico.
Let's do that. La muchacha morena is aquí and out.